Hey there, tomorrow, hockey fans get the opportunity to put deposits on season tickets for Seattle's potential NHL team. There is no team in place yet, as you know, and Key Arena renovations will take a couple of years to complete. So what's up with the deposits? King 5's Chris Daniels has been on top of the issue from day one and joins us now to explain. Hello.
Hello.
Thank you for doing this. So before I ask you about the deposit, the new renderings came out.
Yep.
Tell us what those are like.
Well, I think one thing that people need to know is what we're talking about is a new arena at Seattle Center. That's how they're rebranding this. This is not just a Key Arena minor alteration.
It's a big deal.
It's a big deal. And what what you're looking at is the entrance from the south side. A brand new atrium that they would be constructing on the south side. The idea behind this is really built into the feedback that they've received from the Uptown Alliance, the people who live at Lower Queen Anne who are worried about the traffic and the pedestrian traffic that would be coming in from the north side. So they're trying to make sure that people come in from the south side with this new atrium. That would be the only main entrance. There'd be 3 access points to that south side. And then what you see now with Key Arena with those depressed entrances on the west and east, those go away. The grade level comes back up and it looks more like it did pre the Key Arena renovation.
Wow.
So
okay,
it is essentially a brand new arena, 670,000 square feet, and really the growth that you're going to see is on the south side of that building.
Okay, so the deposits. People tomorrow can begin placing their deposits, but I'm sure people are thinking, do I want to do this? I want to go see the hockey games. Do I get my money back? What's the deal? We don't have a team.
Yeah, this is really kind of the last hurdle in my mind for Seattle getting an NHL franchise. The city of Seattle, the Oakview group, Tim Leiwecke's group, they need to show the NHL there's the actual interest here.
Got it.
And what's interesting is they've set the bar pretty high here for a $500 deposit for one ticket, for one seat, $1,000 for a club seat. They need to show they have over 10,000 people that sign up for this, I think.
For at least a ticket.
For at least a ticket in order to tell the NHL they're ready and that the fan base is ready for an NHL franchise.
So it's kind of a risk for the group, an opportunity, but a risk.
If those numbers come in lower than that, I think there's going to be questions about the long-term sustainability of the franchise. In Las Vegas, it took several months. They also set the price level down for those deposits. So if they get 10,000 people or more to sign up at $500 per seat or $1,000 per seat, that's a very good sign that this is going to happen within the next few months, and Seattle will officially be awarded an NHL franchise.
So who gets the money, who gets the interest on the money, and can you get your money back if we get no team?
Great question on the interest. I'm not exactly sure how that's going to work with this money that's being put down. It does go towards the season ticket purchase. So if you end up, it's sitting somewhere and it's not sitting in your bank account. So that is a good question if people really want to do that, because the tickets, the season ticket packages won't happen until January at the earliest of next year. So you're basically putting that money in somebody else's pocket for 9 to 10 months. But if you decide after that point, according to Oakview, that you don't want to do this, you can get your money back. If the NHL for some reason says in a few months, you know what, Seattle, you're just not quite ready, you get your money back. So it is a refundable deposit on tickets.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good. I know I hate to ask this of a reporter, but percentage-wise, how confident are you that we will get an NHL team?
I think right now we're at 95%.
Interesting.
I mean, for the first time in years, I think we are very close to the finish line for an NBA or NHL franchise. This whole process has been significantly different than what we've seen with the ebbs and flows with the NBA. The people in the NHL are more than happy to talk to Seattle about coming here and bringing a franchise here. It's different than what it's been like in the last 10 years with the NBA. So if this season ticket drive goes well, I think you'll see June, July, the NHL come to Seattle, Gary Bettman, Bill Daley, the commissioners of the National Hockey League, and stand there in front of Key Arena and say, we're coming here in 2020.
Well, and I love hockey, but I really, really love basketball. So Kevin Durant, and I still have his bobblehead, hoping he will someday come back as a Sonic. I have to root for him no matter what. He's going to be here for a game in a few months. Tell us why.
Well, the Golden State Warriors and the Sacramento Kings have been talking about an exhibition game in October at Key Arena. Now, I will tell you that earlier this week, I reached out to both franchises and to the NBA, and they said nothing has been signed. My friends down in Sacramento say there's a question of whether the Kings will actually do this. But this is led by the Golden State Warriors, who have a guy as a president named Rick Welts, who was a Sonics ball boy, has deep roots in Seattle, and he would like to extend an olive branch to Seattle. So this is really driven by the Warriors, the idea of Kevin Durant coming back to Key Arena, perhaps one last time before the wrecking ball hits that building.
Right.
It would be a nice event. And if Seattle was to sell that out, it would also be a statement to the National Basketball Association.
To the NBA. Now, what are our chances with them?
And
why don't they like us?
I still think that the NBA is at least 3 years, if not as far as 10 years out. The NBA is in a different financial situation than the National Hockey League. They don't necessarily need to expand. They're interested in potentially expanding overseas. If they were to do that, Seattle would be the partner. They're interested in Seattle. They want to keep Seattle interested in the NBA and in basketball. They know the roots here, but it's just not the right time. There's not a franchise that has a lease that is ending to come to Seattle.
Right.
They don't necessarily need to expand. So it could be 3 years. It could be 10 years.
I'm going to keep my fingers crossed, though. I miss the Sonics still. And
I think a lot of people do.
It still upsets me from time to time. Thank you, Chris. Again, the NHL Seattle season ticket drive kicks off tomorrow. We've linked all the information online, and continue following Chris Daniels and King 5 News for the latest developments. We'll post all the ways you can follow, and we'll be right back.